guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Mads, and today we have the very daunting task of unhauling some of my books. I have been wanting to do this recently because I want to go book shopping, but I literally have, please no one judge me, I have over 170 books on my physical TBR. 170. I counted it when I did my bookshelf organization when I moved in here, and I was like, okay. I also realized that there's some books that have literally been on my shelves I haven't read for 5 years. I am a book hoarder. I need to be real with myself and a bit more honest and be like, okay, I don't think I'm going to get to these books anytime soon or ever, and I need to get rid of them. I also just saw that Heather posted yesterday doing an unhaul, and I took that as my sign. I was like, you've been thinking of doing an unhaul for 2 months. This is a sign, girl. Unhaul the books. I also told myself that as many books, I'm like, I need to get books off my TBR. As many books that I unhaul, I can buy half the amount when I go book shopping for my birthday. So for instance, if I unhaul 20, I can buy 10 new books because there's so many books that I want at the moment, but just mentally knowing that I have 170 books on my TBR is like, that's ridiculous to buy more books. But I mean, is it? Or is like book shopping a different hobby? So before we start picking books that I'm going to unhaul, when I did do my bookshelf organization, I actually did do a mini unhaul, which I'm just gonna go with you really quickly. I'm gonna go through it with you really quickly. First up, we have Jennifer L. Armentrout, Forever With You. I actually do really love this book. It's a series. This is, I believe, like the 5th book in this series, and those books are so good, but it completely doesn't match. This is one series. They got it right with these 2 books. Beautiful, love it. Match. These books are really good, by the way. So then what the hell happened? Hello? And then also this one. Hello? Why? Anyways, I am keeping this one even though it doesn't have a matching cover, because this was actually one of my favorite books in this standalone interconnected series. I just don't even remember this book, so I'm getting rid of it. On Dublin Street. Look, I actually didn't enjoy it as much as everyone else does, and again, I despise these little mini books. Then I have things I wanted to say but never did. I loved A Thousand Boy Kisses by Monica Murphy, but this is 650 pages. It's been on my TBR for nearly 2 years. I'm never gonna read it. My mum's gonna hate me for this, but she doesn't watch my videos, so what she doesn't know won't kill her. We have Not Without My Sister and Memoirs of a Geisha. She gave these to me literally like 5-6 years ago. I have not read them, and I never will read them. I'm just never gonna reach for it, I'm sorry. Then we have Icebreaker and Wildfire, and this is only because I have multiple copies. I have the ARC copies, which are actually just right here. Then I have the normal traditional books here signed, so I didn't need multiple copies. That would be like 3 sets, and it's just not needed. Oh, I don't know why this is actually in the pile to unhaul. It shouldn't be. On the shelf you go. Any books that I've read and I enjoyed and there's no reason to give up, I will not be unhauling them. I'm still a hoarder, guys. Then we have The Spanish Love Deception and The American Roommate Experiment. I did not enjoy these books. Then we have Packing Around. Not my cup of tea, just because I'm not a wide shoes girly. Genuinely, I'm a one guy kind of gal. Now have to go and haul books from my shelf. This is a weird camera setup, I know, please bear with me. 3 shelves up here are TBR. The shelves on the lower levels and the very upper top levels are books that I have read that I either read like 5 years ago when I got into reading, and I don't gravitate towards them. I don't reread them. I don't use them in videos. I don't use them for marketing. So they're just more of like my history, you know? Way down on this bottom shelf right here that you can't see, we have Abby Glines and Colleen Hoover. I know I have a library room right now, but I'm gonna have a gigantic library room, and I want to see all the books I've ever read in my entire life. However, so I am going to keep my Colleen Hoover books, but I'm going to get rid of some. I'm going to get rid of the ones that I didn't enjoy when I read them. So All Your Perfects, I do not remember it. Layla was not a fan. I love Verity though. Slammed, not a fan of poetry. And Point of Retreat, not a fan, because isn't he a teacher? Or is that Slammed that he's a teacher? One has a teacher, right? I'm struggling because I'm like, I like to see the history of all the books that I've read, but I'm never gonna like gravitate towards these. Oh, I'm struggling already. We're only on the first shelf. One book that I will absolutely be getting rid of, The Dare. This was not for me at all. No. Oh, it's got annotations. I'm wondering if I get rid of this one. Widower Kane Black remains rumorously married to his late wife Lily. Grief has hollowed him until he sees a woman with his wife's inimitable beauty on Manhattan streets. I don't like that. Like, don't deal with your grief by picking out a new girl that looks like your late wife. Personally, don't like that. And I love Sylvia Day's books though, so I think I'm unhauling that. Do I unhaul my Emily Henry books? Because I'm not a fan of Emily Henry. I think I will just get rid of Happy Place. There are annotations in here, so I think I'm going to sell any of these, to be honest. I think I'm just going to try and either donate them or find a little free library. So either way, it is a donation. I think I will keep the rest of my Emily Henry books. Happy Place, I think I will get rid of though, just because I hate miscommunication and I really did not enjoy this book and like the reason why they broke up and like the second, I didn't like it. I know that there's so many Emily Henry fans. I'm so sorry. Her writing's just not for me. I already see one. The Branded. I bought this at a thrift store for $3 because the cover was so beautiful, but I'm never gonna read it. Like, I'm never gonna read it. Wait, it's signed. Oh, well now I'm gonna really struggle parting with it. What the hell? It's signed? Okay, so these 3 shelves are some of my physical TBR. And I just need to be honest with myself of what I'm gonna read and what I'm not gonna read. I'm pretty sure I read this. I have read this. I don't think I'm ever gonna read this. Okay, but I know Madison Kate raves about it. Like, raves. She loves it. But it's been on my TBR for over 2 years now. 2 years, guys. That's a long time for a book to be on a TBR. I'll have a maybe pile, and if I end up donating and getting rid of a lot of books, I'll put the maybe pile back on. I'm never gonna read this. I got it because it has a cute cover. This is being donated because I do not support anyone that is racist. I've read this. I have read both of these. These are some books that have been on my TBR for a very, very long time. Every time I look at these books, I'm like, no, like I want to read them, but I just never ever gravitate towards them. They've been on my TBR for probably 3 years. First up, we have Second First Impressions by Sally Thorne. And I bought it because I'm a really big fan of The Hating Game. And I just don't know why I haven't picked it up. I really don't know why. Love at First Bite, Set on You. I have heard good things about this, but again, these 3 books I just don't ever gravitate towards, but I'm going to put them in the maybe pile for now. Is also by Sophie Lark, and I will be donating it as well. I've heard really good things about this, but I never gravitate towards it. I'm donating it a lot, so I'm just gonna chill for a second. Damn it, I was gonna get rid of Deepan because I DNF'd it, but I was actually sent the physical arc and it has my name on it, so I can't do that. I will be donating these 2 books. I did in fact read, where is it actually? I can't see it on my shelf. Must have gotten rid of it. The first book I did read, and just as someone who's sober 6 years of no alcohol, I personally didn't like how the addictions were portrayed in the books, to be honest. I have also read some books that like handle it quite beautifully. This is just like the very, I don't know, I just didn't enjoy it. I found it triggering. I know that this is a very beloved series, but I think also people can respect the fact that as someone who has problems with alcohol, I don't want to read it. So I'd rather donate it and someone can and love it. I kind of want to get rid of Bullied by Penelope Douglas because I just didn't enjoy the book at all. I really do enjoy other Penelope Douglas books. Like, I would be keeping it just for the sake of keeping it. I don't know, I'll think on it. Here comes a very, very big unhauled pile, and I know so many of you are going to yell at me, but you know what? It's time. I'm sorry, it's time. And please, gentle reminder that reading is subjective, okay? Very gentle reminder. First up, we have Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I am getting rid of it. Beach Read and People We Meet on Vacation. Loved People We Meet on Vacation. Beach Read I can't remember, but they match, so I'm keeping them. Another one that people are going to yell at me about, I'm so sorry. Twisted Love, Twisted Games, Twisted Hate. I am getting rid of them. I have read Twisted Love. It was not my cup of tea. It wasn't my personal taste. I just didn't really enjoy it that much. I have tried reading Twisted Games and I just ended up DNFing it because I'm just not connected to the series because I didn't like the first book. It has been sitting on my TBR for literal years, like probably 3 to 4 years, and I'm never going to read it, and I would rather it go to a home where someone's going to love them. We have The Fine Print and Terms of Conditions. I'm not quite sure why. I have never been able to connect to Lauren Ash's books. I don't get it. The Disneyland series, I could read it and subjectively I'm like, yes, it's good. I understand why people like it. However, personally, I actually have some trauma with Disneyland. And this is like Disneyland billionaire romance, so it's not for me, guys. So I'm gonna go to a home that will love it. And that is it for this shelf, and I'm gonna go to the main shelf. There won't be that much coming off of the main shelf. Now, my thing is, I'm a bit of a collector and I don't want to get rid of that. And also, like, it's okay to want to keep books on your shelf. I spent a lot of money on these books and that's okay to keep them. And I'm trying to remind myself of that. Olivia Blake. I DNF'd Masters of Death, and Olivia Blake's writing is not for me. But I have 3 of her books and I love how they look on the shelf, so I'm actually going to keep them. I'm never going to read them, ever. I know I'm never going to read it. Maybe in like 2 years I'll unhaul it, but for right now I'm not unhauling it. I will be unhauling these. The Maze Runner series. I bought these at an op shop for very cheap, $4 each, $2. I don't know why I don't think I'm ever going to read it. It also, I know it shouldn't. Kind of just grosses me out how yellow it is, and it smells. These books smell, and if I desperately want to read it one day, I'll buy it on my Kindle. I'm never going to read this ever. I've tried reading it 4 times. I DNF it every single time. It is not for me. I'm just gonna keep it though. Malibu Rising, I don't think I'm ever gonna read. I am a fan of Taylor Jenkins Reid. However, I'm pretty sure I read like 50 pages of this and I actually DNF'd it. And I DNF'd it in a time when I never ever DNF'd books. I just don't think I'm ever going to read it. Like, ever. It just sits there. Then we have another Lauren Asher book. We have Love Redesigned. I'm just never gonna read it. I DNF'd it. I got like 200 pages. Realized that for some reason Lauren Asher's writing just isn't for me. And that's okay. I understand why people love her though. The Roughest Draft. I just don't think I'm ever gonna write it. I was reading. I don't think I'm ever gonna read it. I'll put it in the maybe pile. This is actually hurting a bit. Why is this hurting so much? Okay, that's it for this shelf. Now, I know that there's some books I want to DNF off of the thriller shelf. There's actually some books that I read, and it's more so the horror that I want to get rid of. Hell House. It had such a promising storyline, and the author is a male, and such overly sexualized the women. So bad. A ghost, R-A-P-E-ing, a woman, like horrific. Oh, I look at this and I am like, no. The other one that I do really want to get rid of as well is Grady Hendrix, How to Sell a Haunted House. But again, it's that thing of like, I read it has to be on the shelf. The Haunting on Hill House. It is a classic. I really shouldn't get rid of it, but I'm never going to read it, ever. I know I'm never going to read it. And I watched the TV show, and the TV show was done real well. So I think, do I keep it? Do I get rid of it? I'll keep it. If it's still on here for another year and I haven't read it, I'll get rid of it. I will be getting rid of it. Damn, I'm like, do I even want to get rid of Hell House? This is what I struggle with, is if I've read it, you still went on a journey with the book, you know? And I spent money on it, that's the thing. Okay, Hell House is going back on. I spent $22.99 on that. I spent hours reading that. I was traumatized by that book. I deserve a trophy of that to say that I lived through that and survived it. Oh, off the fucking shelf you go. I despise this book. Despise. It is literally the only book I will ever tell anyone not to read. As an author myself, I will never tell you to not read a book, except for that one. Do you want to know why? The publishers didn't put a single trigger warning. It's supposed to be a thriller book, however, it is just a romanticized thriller book of a 16-year-old being groomed by her 38-year-old teacher, and there is SA in it. It is highly inappropriate. No trigger warnings whatsoever. It was marketed incorrectly. Even the synopsis, like, nothing gives away that there's going to be inappropriate stuff. Even the plot twists that happen are literal SA of minors. Like, it is atrocious. I do not know how the publishers ever got away with having no trigger warnings. I have a personal agenda against it because I was triggered, clearly, because I'm getting worked up about it. Okay, not many that I'm going to get rid of on this shelf. First up, we have Dora Black. The Death of Dora Black, sorry. This actually takes place in Australia in 1917, so it's actually like a historical thriller book, which I wish I knew beforehand. I am not a fan of historical books. I don't know what it is. I just don't really enjoy it all that often. Next up, The Woman in the Window. I'm never gonna read this, ever. I've watched the movie way before I realized that it was a book. This has literally been on my shelf for probably close to 5 years now. I'm never gonna read it. I have read this. Nora Roberts, The Obsession. Nora Roberts' plots are really good, except every single time I read a Nora Roberts book, the villain is so obvious, and I guess every time, and it really dampens the reading experience for me, like, a lot. And this just wasn't, like, I liked it, but then it was so obvious who it was, so I just didn't enjoy it, and I kind of want to give it up. I'm going to give it up because my thriller shelf is actually very full, and I don't have room for more thrillers, so I'm going to give it up, which I'm kind of sad about. But if I'm sad, then I shouldn't give it up, right? Guys, I struggle. Okay, I'm not giving it up. I'm not giving it up. I've unhauled a lot of books. I think that's it, actually. That is it. Unless I want to unhaul some of my own books. This kind of feels like weird because I'm literally unhauling books. Like, it actually feels very weird, but maybe you will get my books and be like, no bitch, they're not my taste. I'm gonna unhaul them. And claps and kudos to you if you do that. So definitely go check out my books if you want. And if you DNF them, I do not mind because everyone has different reading tastes. But taking this opportunity to tell you, hello, I also write books. We have the Error, Brick and Fate series. It's like ACOTAR and Throne of Glass had a baby. Then we have Deadly Occupants, which is Pretty Little Lies meets Paranormal Activity. And then coming August 27th, we have Breaking Point, which is a high stakes fake dating ice hockey romance that deals with grief and depression. Heavy, emotional, but also very good romance. Oh god, I'm getting really sad parting with these books. I'm just telling myself someone else is going to love them. Like, some of these books that I either have read and don't want on my shelf anymore or don't enjoy, someone else is going to pick them up and it could be their favorite read. And I want to be part of that process. I'm just going to go ahead and count how many books I've decided to unhaul, and then I'll go over and decide what I'm going to do with the maybe pile books. We're up to 36 definitive unhauls. Now on to the maybes. I'm never gonna read this. 38. Bless you. Bless you. Oh gosh, baby. This really is a maybe. I just tried reading a couple of pages, and because it's maybe and I just can't make my mind up about it, I'm not gonna get rid of it. Instant, I'm keeping. Second first impressions, by the way. Malibu Rising, I know I'm never going to read. Yeah, I have to get rid of it. Oh, never mind. I'm keeping this. They say living well is the best revenge, but sometimes spreading the misery seems a whole lot more satisfying. That's interior designer Danny Porter's justification for buying the vacant lot next to her ex-fiance's house, the house they were supposed to live in together before he cheated on her with their realtor. Keeping? Of course I want to read about a woman getting revenge on her cheating ex-partner. Love that. She's a fitness influencer. I usually don't like reading about things where they're like an influencer, and also it seems like it's surrounding about things with the gym. Oh yeah, and then it says when a photo of them goes viral, savage internet trolls put their relationship to the test. Are they strong enough to get through it? And it says that she's like a curvy influencer, so I dare say the trolls are just like saying like, why is he with her? And I don't like that. It's weird because I have a feeling that it's good. You know what? This probably isn't for me. I had an eating disorder, and I've just opened up a page and it's like comments and stuff of what's under her post, and it's gonna be centered a lot around weight, and you know what? It's probably just, it's not a book for me. I put these books aside. I love how I was crapping on like, I hate these covers, da, 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 da. I think I'm gonna put these back on the shelf. Okay, so just for context as well, so I'm keeping By a Thread by Lucy Score, Second First Impressions by Sally Thorne, Love at First Bite. This is now being bumped up on my TBR very high as well, by the way, and On Dublin Street, and Forever With You. And that is it for the unhaul. Some of these books I know are going to find some beautiful forever homes. But really quick before you guys leave, if you guys saw this if you guys saw this jumper and you thought it was so cute and up your alley and your taste, or maybe you see some of these and you're like, okay, I love that, that's so cute, and you want to buy it, they are actually my book merch collection with Books with Jess. I've linked everything down below, and I hope to see you guys wearing them because they're so cute. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye.